Welcome to another video of the Wisely Dealed Money series by Movest. Today, we'll be learning about investments. What is an investment? What is investing? Well, investing is the allocation of money in a business or an asset with an expectation of generating profit over a certain period of time. So this essentially is placing your bets on a business or a commodity and hoping that whenever they generate income, you will also get a small portion of that income. So here's some types of investments. The first one is stocks, which is ownership in a company. Essentially, it's like if you take a stock in Netflix, Netflix is giving you a piece of their company. So whenever they generate income significantly, when their profits skyrocket, so do your profits. Obviously, not in the same scale, but you still do earn money. Another type of investment is a bond, which is loans to companies and governments. This is essentially if the government needs to gain funds for such something such as war efforts and whatever, then you would take out a bond to that in the hopes that once the military has any success, you would gain your profit back too. Another type of investment is a mutual fund, which is collections of various types of investments, with multiple investors putting their bids in and it being managed by some professional investment portfolio managers. Another type of investment is real estate, which is buying property to generate rental income. This is essentially if you were to purchase your own house, which belongs completely to you, and then you would rent it out to other people. So, in the hopes of the money that you invested into buying the house would be returned and more with people renting out the house to live in. And finally, we got some alternative types of investments, which is cryptocurrency, if you've heard of the Bitcoin, things like that, and then other sorts of commodities like a car and such, which is more like in the alternatives, etc. section. So some key principles to keep in mind when starting to invest is to start early. Make sure to use compound interest to your advantage, which is essentially the amount of interest that you get over time with an investment of your money. This is something that online trackers can help keep track of, and there's also a compound interest formula that you can look up too, which helps you with that. Another key principle is to diversify. Make sure not to put all your allocated funds into one commodity. Don't put all your investments into Netflix. Maybe invest in Amazon, maybe in Best Buy. Make sure you spread it out not as evenly as possible, but in a reasonable fashion so you still have multiple outlets of income. Make sure to also stay consistent. Invest regularly. Sometimes you can have an automatic investor, which will automatically dispense a little bit of money, and it will and don't care about your small market variations because even though it seems like, oh, the stocks are going down in a certain company, you have to check the overall forecast to ensure that you're not making a mistake if you refuse to continue investing in a company. Make sure to keep track of that. And finally, to think long term is very important. Avoid emotional decision making. Even if something seems like it's doing really well, or maybe a lot of people are investing it in, they seem successful, make sure you go with your gut and what makes the most reasonable sense to you after you've done your research. Don't just follow the crowd. Make sure you do what's the most reasonable. So here's some tools and resources that can help you in your investment journey. Some apps are Robinhood, Fidelity, and Acorns. These are apps that both teach you how to invest and are a direct outlet to putting your own money in as well. For teenagers, Fidelity provides you a $50 investment already, and you can select whatever a stock you want to invest in too. Some books that you can read are in The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. It's a really good book that talks about a variety of strategies and is also pretty good for beginners too. So finally, some courses, if you want to refer to, are available on Coursera or Khan Academy. Finally, you can also check out our website, movest.online, to get access to more educational videos and articles too to read more about the subject. Thank you so much for being with us today. Hopefully, you've learned a little bit more about investments, and we can't wait to see you next time.